Hi guys, it's Minx here, hope you're doing well. This is Conarium. This is a Lovecraft horror adventure that just launched on Steam. Let's check it out, shall we? Hopefully it's pretty numb.
All life is only a set of pictures in the brain, among which there is no difference betwixt those born of real things and those born of inward dreamings.
I really like Lovecraft stuff, actually. Shame there isn't that many good Lovecraft games. Maybe this will be one. A lot of them are fucking awful. Jesus Christ, what the fuck is wrong with my screen here? Am I under the sea? There's jellyfish and shit. And weird static. Great. What the fuck is going on here? Hello?
No more can we harbor ourselves on the safest shores, for there are things that cannot be undone.
Hey dude, how's it going? How's it going? Oh, well, you're really handsome. Totally would smash. Wow, this game is like quite impressive visually. Holy shit. We also have a clock built into our hand, which is rather odd. I turned off motion blur, so hopefully you're not going to vomit. Hopefully this will be fine. Oh god, what the fuck is going on?
My head. The pain. It is unbearable.
I'm quite impressed this is fully voiced as well, if I'm honest with you. I'm not sure this is a safe thing to be resting next to.
The pain is subsiding. I thought my head was about to explode.
I don't know, maybe see a doctor? The mouse sensitivity is fucking terrible. Holy shit. That is like some of the worst mouse sensitivity I've ever seen. Can I actually do anything from here? Or not? I don't think I can I? Fucking wonderful. One sec. Oh, I can do it from here, maybe? Maybe? Yeah. 100, that's better. Fucking hell. Like, this is the worst sensitivity I've seen. Like, even now, it is not good enough. Like, this is garbage sensitivity. I found Dr. Witt's medical records. That is a lot of reading. Observation notes of the 4th initiation session. All the participants consumed the diverser mixture 5 minutes ago, and they've entered some kind of altered state of consciousness. All of them are now vaguely mumbling in their sleep, like they are chanting something, but the sounds are not conscious. They seem restless. I detect movements in their limbs, and as always, I wonder if it's because of something they are actually seeing beyond. As always, the device is humming and glowing, but this time the atmosphere is different to previous sessions. Whatever the reason for this might be, it feels almost like the fantastic device is signaling something in a code I don't recognize. It is becoming more and more stressful to be alone here, in the midst of this cold, dim, and incense-filled room. It sounds to me like the intensity of the subject's mumblings is much stronger now. Colours and shades are dancing on the walls with rhythmic ins and outs of the device. I can hear the wind howling outside. Maybe a snowstorm is approaching, or something even worse. Exactly 5 minutes and 3 seconds have passed now. They have drifted beyond my area of expertise and guidance. I cannot do anything further, except wish for their safe return. So they're experimenting with altered states of consciousness, presumably relating to this device that's... This is my turning. Can I use a controller? Probably not, I'm going to say, but it's worth a shot, right? It might actually work. Oh, that's much better. Okay, I'm using a controller, fuck that. So this is the weird device.
Its noises are resonating in my mind.
So this is presumably where everyone sits for the experiments. I'm sure everything's going to be fine.
It's too dark. To be safe, I better find a light source.
Well, I could just pull this lamp out with me, right? That's how it works.
It's too dark. To be safe, I better find a light source.
Okay. Alright, dude. Got some pencils. Could set fire to one of those, I guess, as a light source. I've got a compass, I guess, here. It's really hard to fucking see because it's so fucking dark. And we got... I don't know. What can I use? I'm not taking... I can't use that as a light source, presumably. There we go. I thought that was like a projector or something, but it is a flashlight. A torch. Oh, wow. It's even in my language. I like it. I like it. All right. So what couldn't we look at here? Up Out Expedition Handbook. I guess we just got a book. Great. This one's called... I don't know. That's a creepy little thing on the front, though. Do not approve of that. What I've been doodling. De Vasa of Nightside and Beyond. Do you guys hear that? Where the fuck am I? Am I on a ship or something? I think I might be. With the starfish and the doors and stuff, it makes sense.
Anybody here?
This is really odd. They're probably dead. I recognise that logo from another game, like I'm pretty sure it was like a healing symbol in another game. Like, that gives me really deja vu.
Locked. Looks like we're having a power problem right now.
A strong storm is expected to hit for the next 2 weeks. It's utmost important to take all cautionary measures and inform the responsible personnel when going outside. Please be aware the radio connection between the base and the ship may not be available during this period. So we're on a ship or in a base. I think we're probably on the ship, right? Isn't that the compass I just looked at? Familiar visits the lower chambers once more in the form of a black cat. Its spectral image echoes through the 7 rooms. What sin called it out from his hollow looming dim and ghost-like? Okay, don't know what that means. I wonder if we're just in the base. This could be like an Arctic base. I'm pretty sure this is based on At the Mountains of Madness, which I'm pretty sure takes place in like Arctic tundra or something. So maybe we're like on an Arctic base or something similar. Like the nice starfish motif everywhere. Okay, we got like a fuse puzzle maybe here. Auxiliary power needs to be enabled manually from the outside. Wonderful. I do love me some auxiliary power outside manually from the outside, if you know what I mean, guys. Know what I mean? Stop those bloody sessions. I thought I said bloody scissors. I was like, whoa, scissors. This is getting steamy in here. That's the same message. Attention for crew members who have sleeping problems. Examinations conducted regarding the increase of accidents recently led me to believe the reason behind them is some kind of intense cabin fever. Symptoms for this problem are insomnia, severe headaches, seeing visions or hearing voices. Crew members who are suffering from the above symptoms are required to refer to me personally for a thorough checkup. It will also be the main topic of the general meeting that will be held tomorrow after lunch. This issue poses serious problems regarding safety at work, so it must be taken heed of soberly. Medical practitioner, sign. What? Oh, it means his signature there, I guess. Either that or they just wrote sign on a bit of paper, which is a bit weird. We must be on a boat then? We've got ice here. I guess we'll find out. We're heading outside. Oh no, we're on a base. We're not on a boat. I guess those notices... I guess cabin fever can apply when you're not on a boat as well, I guess. I don't really know much about cabin fever, to be honest with you. Other than it was a great song in the movie Muppet Treasure Island. Am I right, guys? Am I right? Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging, guys. Come on. I cannot see fuck all. This reminds me of the movie The Thing. In fact, this is very like the movie The Thing. There's more stairs over here. I don't know if it's a good idea to leave behind the direct route here, and that's literally just a fucking stand platform thing. Let's follow the flags. Flags will lead the way. All right, little flags. Yeah, it's absolutely fine. This way. Thank you. I'm glad we're friends. Just a little bit further. Okay, flags. Thank you.
My mind is cloudy. All I can remember is the successful establishment of the Upper Antarctic base. And after that, nothing is clear in my mind.
Oh, so presumably our experiments have fucked everyone up at this base. Oh. I guess this is auxiliary power? Yes, no, maybe? I don't know. Can you repeat that question? Okay. Oh my god. I just wandered around for like 20 minutes and All I had to do was keep left clicking that door. I assumed if you clicked it once, it would stay. It would stay blocked, but I guess not. What do we have here? I guess needs to be fueled up, maybe. Certainly looks that way. Just as well, we have some gas here, I guess. A jerry can. Let's fill that up. Then we can put the generator back in, presumably.
This hose was tampered with.
What?
This hose was tampered with.
Okay, so someone's done something to this? Someone purposefully fucked the power up? Do we need to find a replacement, I guess? Just as well, I got some duct tape. Living the dream with some duct tape. There we go. Crisis averted. Back it goes. I'm a DIY expert. Now, presumably, this will turn back on? Or is it already on? There we go. Fantastic. That was a nice little simple starting puzzle. Start the power. I got an achievement as well. Sparky. Beautiful. Now, presumably, we can head back and start the power over here. Is that what we can do? Or is it all just going to be already on? Will that mean certain doors will open in here? I don't know, but certainly seems like this is a good place to go. So, it's been a while since I played a game that was on an Arctic base. Do you remember Black Snow from back in the day? It's an old ass horror game. I guess we did good. I guess that's good. Just realised I'm using my mouse and keyboard again because I stepped away from the computer for a moment. And I definitely need to use this because... Okay. Hi there, dude. Hi there. It's probably just one of the crew, right? It's one of the crew. Don't freak out. Calm down. Alright, this definitely wasn't open before. Alright. Alright.
Locked. Locked.
Okay.
This code is just right here. Where is he now?
He's probably dead, main character. But that's alright. He's got Nikolai Gogol's book, The Portrait, here. I love reading the front covers of books that I can clearly read. Got a radio. Walkie-talkie, more likely? Yeah, walkie-talkie. I used to have them as kids. I'm not sure if that was going to scare me. But, it appears to be a very creepy man holding some marijuana. And he's got a scar and some funky tattoos. Lovely. The person who stored it here obviously liked that man a lot. He'd been making them.
If his coat is just
You don't need to say the same thing twice.
Where is he now?
Okay. So presumably maybe we can find a key for some of these lockers. That would be a good idea. Oh, God. I do feel a little bit threatened now after seeing the mans. And the fact that there's like an... Was that just a door closing behind me? Was that just a door closing behind me? That's not a very reassuring sentence. Was that someone closing a door behind me? Alright, so these are the cabins of the crew quarters.
It's stuck.
What is this? Hidden Plants, a Great Antiquity. One of my favourite reads. I especially like the Audible version on Amazon.co.uk, read by an actual plant. What am I doing here? Like, I have no idea what that is. What did I just take? I found an object that looks like a handle. Okay, I'll bear that in mind. This is obviously some kind of puzzle that I have yet to understand. We're going to look elsewhere first before I come back to this, because I have no idea what that is. Let's just hope that creepy Arctic man... What was the other horror game that I played that was in the Arctic a long time ago? Cryostasis, I want to say? It's been a long time since I did that.
Did I lock my door?
Oh, with Frank.
I don't remember where my keys are.
Quite frankly, you should do, because they've... Oh, God, I kill myself sometimes. Please don't kill yourself. I'm too funny to die. Alright, what do we have in here? I thought that was like... I thought that was like an S&M mask for a minute, but obviously it's not. I'm glad it's not. Find embarrassing things out about your crewmates while you're here. You can't take the coat hanger. Got a document here. Hanson's notes. These nightmares have been unbearable. I still see the same man in my nocturnal visions, but now he's holding something in his hand, which I believe to be a lotus flower. We seem to be continuing this grave and serious conversation again and again, but I still can't remember the contents. During working hours sometimes I hear his voice through the radio. It is not in a form of meaningful sentences, but more like some unconscious mutterings. I'm afraid to tell anyone about this, for I hate the very idea of the suspension I will probably be facing. Okay, that's creepy as fuck. Okay, that's pretty creepy too. I'm assuming that's one of the devs and not just like some random Russian man whose child found a picture of on the internet. I'm assuming these are all... Oh, a key. Johann de Witt's keys. I thought that was severed hands. Or is it? Nah, they're gloves. I'd say something if they were severed hands, surely. A creepy picture of a kid. What I want to know is... why. Hang on, I need to just check something. I want to know why these two separate cabins with different names on... or no names on, sorry. Different cabins have pictures of the same kid in them. Because I'm pretty sure that's the same kid. Maybe it's not, but it looks like it could be. Like, if it's a family, why aren't they, like, sleeping in the same room? That's the same kid as well. These are all totally the same kid. Oh, wow. One of the most composite sculptures we've come across during our initial field trips has an open third eye on its forehead as well as inside its hand, which I think indicates some kind of state of knowing becoming allusions to knowledge, and elder things recur all the time in almost every bas relief we've discovered so far. All this leads me to believe these creatures inhabiting these halls have acquired some kind of knowledge from elder things, fabled creatures of primal myths. You think, when you discovered something like this, like actually existing, you'd probably leave instead of making a base here, but apparently not. I also want to point out, the thing that was described in that last note seems to be what that sculpture in the locker was of. The guy holding the lotus flower. I guess it's not a marijuana leaf, it's a lotus flower. I was close. You know what I mean? That's the same guy again. Just grown up a bit older, obviously. Definitely the same guy. Same guy on the left there. Perfect. That looks like it could be from a film, that one. I'm inclined more towards the notion that our nocturnal visions are not just faint and fantastic reflections of our waking experiences. Every time I pass into a state of dormancy, somehow I can explore while I am dreaming the vistas of grandeur, an alien prospect in unnatural disposition, so vividly expressing the outer extent of this world I've yet to discover. If only I was endowed with the artistic skill to describe my visions. All I know is that all this became evident after the Conarium sessions had started. Even though I am not one of the participants, I am somehow affected. I feel I am absorbed while in an unconscious state into oblivion, crossing the line beyond the wall of sleep. Al Ferguson. So that device in the room that we've got here is the Conarium that this game is named after, and the Conarium is influencing our dreams somehow. When we're sleeping, we are drifting off into some weird dream state that is also reality, and now there are creatures perhaps waiting there beyond the borders of our perception that are now infringing into our reality. That's my theory here. So I got something to Wits. Was it a key to a locker, or was it a key to something else? There's a locker. There we go. I unlocked that locker. I found a note about a mental problem. Great. I've noticed a very curious and dangerous development in the psychological condition of the whole crew that compels me to record this note as an initial diagnosis report. The problem is especially intense for three subjects, Dr. Barlow, Dr. Anderson, and Frank Gilman, whom are being inspected closely since the onset of their psychological degradation. Isn't that me, Frank? During the past 2 nights, the aforementioned subjects awoke, screaming in their beds, thus affecting and demoralizing all the crew members. When I spoke to them personally, I noticed some serious deviations in their behavior patterns. As time progressed, I noted deep changes in their mental conditions. When really pushed, they clearly started to behave like someone else, which led me to believe I was facing some sort of multiple personality disorder, but it's too early to draw any conclusions. Other subjects are not too far a cry from this normal personalities, but the difference is, of course, obvious. Their condition is getting worse day by day, and a serious medical examination is needed to be carried out on everybody displaying such symptoms. I informed Dr. Forst and warned him about the consequences. He looked worried, but nevertheless hasn't mentioned it to me since. With the weather conditions we've been having lately, it seems extremely unlikely we'll receive professional help from the outside world, or we'll be able to send anybody away for thorough medical examination, which is the only sane thing to do under the circumstances. So they are trapped here because of a storm, and they're going insane. I don't know why no one thought to turn off the Conarium, or is it just stuck on? I don't know. Regardless, that seems like a thoroughly bad situation to be in.
Locked.
These are all locked, okay. So, what do I have in my inventory right now? I can't actually remember. We've got a flashlight, a walkie-talkie that I can't use, and a handle of some sort. I actually wanted to see if is there like a thing on the front of the... I thought there might be like a how to do SOS in Morse code on front of the walkie-talkie, but there isn't. No idea what the handle is for either. So we've got that weird like radio type device in one of these rooms down here, right? We haven't looked at that again in detail. Kind of wish I knew what I was doing, though, here, because it seems to be pretty vague. Maybe some clue here. It's like an eye. 3.8, light equation, photoreceptors light, servo motors. It's very helpful, thank you. After a haphazard and momentary aerial exploration of the unholy, utterly alien, cyclopean maze of square, curved, and angled blocks. Who the fuck wrote this? Is this, like, from Lovecraft or what? We could detect most of the locations revealed by the previous Miskatonic University expedition leader, the Professor Emeritus, William Dyer. But what we are looking for is not there. Inside the haunted Shoggoth ruins, according to various sources, it should be in the much older ruins beyond the Elder City, right on the edge of a mountain beyond the Mountains of Madness. It was built over a location deeply shunned even by the Elder Things, and built long before the colossal city Dr. Dyer and his team explored. Now we set foot upon lands no one has ever seen before, a vast mass of dry land around the South Pole which rose from the primal waters when the Old Ones seeped down from the stars. A place so evil most of the arcane sources hesitated to record it all, while some murals within the Elder City depicted it with obvious repugnance and trepidation. We're fucked. We are so fucked. So, this is really fucked. Everyone, the fact that we were even here blows my mind. Okay, so this is that device. Generated voice is outputted to speakers. Incoming power needs to be regulated. Main feed input backside. Auditory and visual data are fed to the main system by the primary filters. Is it really possible to feed the machine with an actual brain? Ancient sources speak too secretively about this, based on the writings of R. Bacon and Wolfgang von Kempelton. I will try and improve the machine. So, is there a brain in this? In, like, this thing? I wish I knew what I was doing here, by the way. Like, there's so many fucking dials on this thing. Like, I don't really know what's going on. Like, what am I even looking for? You know what I mean? Well, that's good. What am I doing? Like, what even is this? I wish I had a fucking clue what was happening. Like, this could be anything, right? It's really pretty, but I have no idea what it is. And I can't do anything with it, it seems. Let me in, brain. I want to see the brain. Let me see the brain.
It's stuck.
Yeah, I know it's stuck, but let me... God damn it. God damn it. I know we're close to what we've been looking for. During the adaptation sessions we hold here in the meeting room, I feel a guidance of some sort. Something pointing me towards the destination we seek. This could mean we are now in sync with the ancient source. The wearable Conarium we're carrying on our left arms connects and thus receives sensations from the same ancient source. And sometimes I wonder whether there was even another soul during humanity's relatively brief period of existence who was able to achieve such a feat. Within some shunned and elusive sources, I've gathered something around the world. It is said that the extraterrestrial species, the Elder Thing race, built it after passing through a stage of mechanized life on other planets, but its purpose remains unclear. So the thing on our arm is also part of the Conarium. I mean, I guess that's obvious as well. We're so fucked. Like, we have, like, fucked with things we definitely shouldn't have fucked with, and now we are more fucked than a fucked person at a fucked convention being fucked. This is new as well? Yeah, this is. I haven't been here yet either. Statement of consent. By signing this document, you agree to the terms written below. False statements made unknowingly or willfully, include affidavits or other supporting documents submitted therein, may be punishable. I hereby declare that I consent to perform my daily duties to the best of my ability, listen to the judgment of the expedition leader, Dr. Forst, and participate in a series of medical sessions as needed at the Up North Antarctic base. The risks of participating in the aforementioned medical sessions have been fully explained to me. Any questions I have regarding the procedure, why it's necessary, its benefits and risks have been answered to my satisfaction, therefore I give my informed consent to the performance of the procedure by signing this statement of consent. I'm assuming they probably lied to us about some of this, because I think that'd be pretty mental to agree to have some of this shit done to you that we're seeing evidence of here. But, you know. On psychoactive plants, Sahati and Devasa. Oh, so that Devasa is a psychological stimulant that we are taking before exposing ourselves to the Conarium to invoke more crazy dreams? Is that what's happening? Because it mentioned we were taking that earlier. This game is, I keep thinking their hands. Every time I see them, I'm like, who severed the hands? All the members awakened without any problem except for Frank Gilman. All of a sudden, his heart ceased beating at around 1:45 AM. He was extremely cold and there was no detectable pulse. I guess we're not Frank Gilman? While I was preparing to perform a cardiac compression, he momentarily opened his eyes. I'm unsure how much time passed since his heart failed to beat, but it can't have been more than 5 minutes. And then came the event that shook us all. The cause was the very words Frank uttered directly to Dr. Forst right after he awakened. I don't know how to explain it because his voice was muffled and almost indiscernible, but I'm convinced that voice I heard did not belong to Frank. As a medical doctor, I can say this is not completely impossible for someone in this condition. There was something wrong with what I heard. It was a sound that no human vocal cords could produce. Am I Frank? I don't know. I'm so confused right now. Nothing up here at all. Okay. Oh, what's this? Anything in here? Just painkillers and shit? Okay.
It won't open.
Let's just slam it repeatedly until the door opens, because that's what I had to do before, remember? I can't pick up this torch. Danger. There was a fuse in there. Do I want a fuse? I can't open that anyway. It seems like that isn't real. Do you guys hear that? It sounded like someone was closing something. It's a little bit nerve-wracking here. Elevator. Oh. Well, I guess we're going. Bye! I guess we'll have a little poke around down here quickly as well. This place seems very nice. Very pretty. Nothing bad can happen here, I'm sure. It's like a little greenhouse. That's actually kind of pretty. That's actually kind of cool. A little greenhouse in the middle of the South Pole. Pole. Alright. I think this is probably a good time to cut this first video. This is Conarium. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hi! I think he enjoyed. Although he did fuck off. Come back. Hey, dude. Hey, dude! The ghost man left. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy my content, you want to support me further, please consider supporting me on Gamers, like Patreon. Check it out by the support me link in the description. It really does help out a lot. So many of you signed up this week. I really can't thank you enough. Especially with, like, videos just not getting monetized and stuff at the moment. It's been pretty bum. So, I really do appreciate that. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you really soon for more Conarium. Ba ba ba. There we go, guys. Think I might have achieved something here. Holy shit, is it a brain? That might be a brain. Oh my god, this is fucked up. You gonna talk? Oh my god, it's alive.